In this video, we're going to show you how to remove the interior door panel on your Ford F-150 located on the driver's side front door. Starting up here at the interior mirror sail panel, we're going to use our plastic trim tool. We're going to come into the top, gently pry outward, disconnecting the little retainer tabs inside. Go around both sides and release these. There's 4 of them, 2 at the bottom and 2 up the side. Now we have the door pull here. I want to go ahead and remove this upper cover. You can either use a pocket screwdriver and or your trim tool. There's a seam right underneath. And normally you want to get underneath and pop this out. I like the pocket screwdriver, a choice, because you can get in there and just gently pry this open. Get your trim tool in there to help you do the rest of the job. Now you're going to pry this outward, and once this comes out, you're going to pull it forward towards the interior of the vehicle. You're going to release this back tab from the armrest area. Go ahead and set that aside. Now that we have the upper trim piece removed, you want to go ahead and move down here. There's going to be a rectangular panel right here we need to remove. Now, note here, the clips that hold this, there's going to be 1 locking tab up here and 1 directly across from it. So you have to try and get in on the upper corner here and kind of pry this out a little bit. I like to use a pick, something with a 90-degree on it, so you can pry this out gently and just get in there to work that out. And pop that. Now as you pull it out, there's going to be a retaining tab on the bottom. There's going to be a little locking tab that inserts into this door shell. That's why you have to pop the 2 upper clips to get that out. Now there's going to be 7 7mm screws holding the door panel in place. There's going to be 1 here. You're going to come on over here to where we remove the cover. It's going to be 1 right here, 1 here. It's going to be 2 down on the panel we just removed, 2 here. And then on the bottom part of the door panel down below, there's going to be 2 down there. We're going to get to those in a little bit. So let's go ahead and start up by the mirror, and we'll remove this one first. Once you get all these pulled out, I want to go ahead and move to the bottom. Now across the bottom of the door, there's going to be 2 more screws, and they kind of go up at an angle. They're not straight in. So same thing, 7mm. Remove this one. Remove that one. And once you get those out, we can now go ahead and pop the door panel off. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my hand on the door shell itself and then grab the panel. I'm going to give that panel a yank. Now that we have the door panel popped, we're going to work our way around the perimeter, make sure that the door shell itself or the door panel is loose. Now we're going to go ahead and lift this straight up. All right, tilt it out. We're going to lift it up off of the door lock button up top here. When we pull it apart, we have our switches that we need to disconnect our harnesses from. So let's go ahead and get to it. Now inside here, we have 2 wiring harnesses we need to get to. Now you're just going to follow them over. There's going to be a little release tab. Normally you can just pinch on these tabs here and wiggle those connectors off. There's one. Now on the door lock switch, there's going to be a release right here, right above the harness itself. You're going to push that in and pull that connector down and out. Now let's go ahead and focus on the door pull release. right here, if you watch that here, I'm going to use my flathead screwdriver, and you're going to follow this ribbed piece up. There's going to be a little metal piece here. That's part of the cable end. Right above that, there's going to be a little space. You want to push down, unlocking that. You can see it's kind of springing. And pull that out. Now we can go ahead and grab that door panel, remove it, and set it aside. Now right here we have our cable end here for our door release. I want to show you a little bit more clear what you have to loosen, or the locking clip, how to do that. You're going to use your trim tool or your flathead screwdriver as we did, and you're going to come in just above the white insulator here, and there's a tab right here. You just have to push that down, and that will release the locking mechanism. So once that pops out, you can go ahead and pivot this out and off of the door. Now we're going to go ahead and install this. We're going to install the upper portion, swing it down, and lock it into position. Let's go ahead and get to it. Put that in, swing it in, and it'll lock into place. Once you have the cable in, let's go ahead and install the 2 electrical connectors. Okay, with these locked on, let's now go ahead and hang the upper portion of the door panel. Now in bringing this up, you have to tilt out the lower portion. Don't forget to get your door lock rod lined up into the grommet on the door panel. Okay, get that lined up. Bring the door panel in and down. Once that's down in, we can now go ahead and start to press in the retainers around the perimeter of the door panel. Now before pushing the door panel into place, do a visual inspection. Make sure that all of the plastic pins line up properly. Don't just smash it. You'll end up breaking something, and you don't want to add to this job. So line it up, and this should just gently snap right into place. Do this all the way around the perimeter. With all the plastic retainers installed, we can now just reverse the procedure with our screws starting from the bottom up. Now, in the upper portion of the door panel here, you're going to have 4 screws. 2 of them are going to be different from the other 2. Well, the ones with the larger washer is going to go up on the door pull area. The ones with the much smaller washer go down behind the trim panel here. While we're here, let's go ahead and install the trim panels. The lower one here, get those little tabs in on the bottom. So insert the bottom and then fold it up and snap it into place. On the upper panel, insert the tail section into the armrest first. Line that up and then press it in. Install the last screw up top here. Just snug that down. Go ahead and grab that sail panel, line up the 4 tabs, and press them on.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.